Spring. 2 more crocuses since yesterday. Our German spring is a wonderful time.
Spring is always wonderful. I remember only one bad spring. 1945.
It was beautiful that year.
Exactly. The perfect weather meant the Allies would begin their final drive along the Western Front. Well, that year I cursed the birds as they sang in the trees and wished I could hold back the blossoms with my hands. But the snow melted and the tanks rumbled on.
They had to come. Hitler was finished, and all the people close to him, including the ones that we knew at Heidelberg. Do you remember, von Baden?
How could I forget? I was with the White Corps. I fought with them, drilled with them, drank with them.
Rudolf Kassan was president of the White Corps, wasn't he?
Yes. He was also a bully and a brute. The most hated student in all Heidelberg.
Schläger hoch. En garde. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Schläger hoch.
You fought a duel for him, didn't you? For Kassan, of all people. None of us ever really heard the truth of that story, did we?
No. I became president in my final year, but my record could never match Kassan's. He fought 10 times in his first year, although freshmen weren't obliged to fight at all. It was not until the end of your second year that you needed to have your scar. He fought 30 times in his second year, and doubtless he would have fought many more if his career hadn't ended so abruptly. You know that curious English poem, The Jabberwock, struck down by a Vorpal blade?
En garde! Play! En garde! Play! En garde! Play!
He was a wizard with a blade.
And with women.
Play!
There was one woman he loved. Well, at least when he was with her, he seemed a different person. Eva.
Play!
She worked below the bar in the beer hall. He'd even spent a weekend with her on a raft trip down the river.
Play! Now, stop!
I knew it!
Leave her alone.
She must pay the penalty.
No.
What do you mean, no? She must strip or be stripped.
Strip! Your hands to yourself or fight me, now.
But it's the rule, Kassan.
Get out! Come in. The Red Corps is rubbish.
So you were there that night, von Baden?
I was Kassan's second, but I hadn't fought yet. As for Eva, she was the only person who could bring out the tender, human side of Kassan's nature. But she was also, let us say, generous with her favors.
Oh, no. This term, you fight, boy. You must. That's our only purpose. We didn't take you into the White Corps just to drink and have a good time.
I'll fight when I'm ready.
You're ready now, von Baden. You'll fight next week. It's time you tasted blood, your own, if necessary.
Not so soon, no.
I'm your president, boy. When I say fight, you fight. Or leave the White Corps in disgrace.
Behave, Curtis. Surprise, Rudolph.
What is this, Eva?
Well, while the cat's away, his mouse likes to play.
No, Gunnar.
Stay where you are.
No, it doesn't mean anything. Rudolph, I was waiting for you, please.
Yeah. She waits for anyone in trousers.
Get up.
No. We've never fought Kassan. I think perhaps it's time.
I wouldn't dirty my blade with you. Young von Baden will uphold the honor of the White Corps Tuesday night.
Yes, well, who's he? Another of your mice? I'll slice off his nose and I'll come after you, Kassan.
You think so? Any member of the White Corps can take you, Macca. That will be the final indignity, to see you grovel in defeat before this boy.
So you had 3 days to prepare to fight for your life.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At speed. Free play. I could have cut him there, von Baden. Continue. Parry, cut. Parry, cut. Use the wrist, not the arm. Continue. No. Macca will murder you, boy. You left yourself wide open. Keep the arm up, protecting the right cheek. Keep the point down at the parries. Come at me. Come on. Ah! Dead, boy, dead. I could have opened every vein in your head.
I'm sorry.
The White Corps never apologize. The White Corps win.
Come in.
No!
Well,
The new boy's rubbish.
with Kassan training him.
There isn't time to make anything of him. Today, tomorrow, Tuesday you fight. You needn't lose any sleep, Gunnar.
May, I already have.
That isn't.
But of course. Who else?
No! No!
What do you mean? You like it here, Ava? You said so.
Sorry I interrupted.
No, we were just resting between rounds. Spread the word, Joseph.
We'll meet again tomorrow morning, at 8 o'clock. Get to bed early. And have an early breakfast, not later than 7, so that you have time to digest it. If you think you've sweated today, boy, just wait until tomorrow.
I did my best to obey him. I went to bed early. I didn't sleep for hours. When at last I did sleep, I dreamt I reported the whole business to the police, asked them to stop the duel. But they laughed at me, said, "Oh, we know dueling is forbidden, but look at our eyes." And I looked, and the police were blind.
It was always like that. The law was never enforced.
No. I knew there was no getting out of the duel, not without disgrace.
But you were really going to fight for another man's honor, weren't you?
Yes. Whether I liked it or not, Kassan's honor had now become mine, too.
But Kassan was a bully and a tyrant.
That was why I slept so badly.
Yes! Good! Better! Whoa! Wolfenbach! You've smelt blood at last. Good. Bring out the swords. Take your sword, von Baden. So far it's been child's play, hasn't it? Right, on guard. But we unjustified. On guard. Attack.
I could
have opened the flap on your cheek there, boy. So could Macca. Right. Get him dressed.
All that day we practiced with the swords. And on Tuesday...
Did you sleep better that Monday night?
Oh, much better. You see, I had obtained some chloral hydrate, which I mixed with a glass of schnapps.
An old-fashioned cure for insomnia.
Those days were old-fashioned.
The first duel tonight is between Karl von Baden, upholding the honor of the White Corps, and Gunnar Macca of the Red Corps. Which, as we all know, is totally lacking in honor and therefore fittingly represented by Macca. You. Come here.
No.
Come here. Gentlemen of the White Corps, we have an intruder. Shall she pay the penalty? Assent? No!
When she was yours, Kassan, you spared her. Now she's mine.
And you spare her? You?
She'll watch me win, Kassan.
No, Macca. No. Eva shall watch you lose.
Sit there. No one touch her! Von Baden, get out of that suit. I'll fight Macca myself.
You cannot, Kassan. It's against our code. Von Baden fights.
Now who's sweating?
Gentlemen. On guard. Play.
It's nothing.
Even so.
It's a scratch. Bring me another sword. That's enough, Doctor. It's not his blade. His blade hasn't touched me yet. Right. On guard.
Distance, gentlemen. On guard. Play. Stop!
Well, who's your champion now?
Guard. Play.
Now, strike on! I've marked him twice, never! On guard!
Play. Stop! It's enough. Stop now, with honor.
No, Doctor. Come on, Mac. Come on.
Doctor.
He's dead.
And that was all?
All? Isn't that enough?
No. From your account, Kassan lost in a fair fight. Yet he was the best, far superior to Macca. And there were stories, rumors, were there not? Some even claimed that Maka killed him with a poisoned sword, that was the only way it could have happened.
Yes, some said that. I heard the stories too. We all did.
Murderer.
No, Ava. Don't. Don't.
But it's true. True. He poisoned him. The post-mortem said. The coroner said. Murderer.
Come on. Come away. I beg you.
You inherited Ava.
Ours was a sad love. But yes, Kazan was poisoned. That much was proven. But by that time, it was too late to check Maka's sword.
He must have poisoned his sword. No sense of honor at all. I shouldn't care to have his conscience.
I'd like some service, please.
For the rest of his college days, he lived in disgrace. Shortly after he left Heidelberg, he was killed by a train.
So he was guilty?
Now think it through. Would a man who had poisoned the blade of his sword before a duel lose much sleep about it afterwards? He would have had to think it out, plan it. Poisoning is a premeditated crime.
Yes. And of course, until the last moment, Maka thought he was fighting you.
Exactly. Surely the best evidence of all for his innocence. And after Kazan stepped in and took my place, Maka never left the center of the room. He had no chance to poison the blade.
Could the swords have been switched when they were dropped?
Impossible. The hilts were white and red, the core colors.
So no one could have poisoned Maka's sword after Kazan entered the duel?
Not with all those eyes watching.
The woman, Ava?
How? When? No.
The poison was meant for you?
For me? Maka had nothing to fear from me.
Then who? Oh, of course I should have realized. The doctor. He applied the poison while he swabbed the wounds on Kazan's face.
No. He had no motive.
He was really Ava's father, avenging his daughter's honor.
He wasn't Ava's father. And I'm sure, as a doctor, he could have chosen a far safer and less spectacular method of murder, if that had been his intention, or at the very least, a slower-acting poison. No, not the doctor.
Then where are we left? You?
Fear can be a terrible thing.
But how? How did you poison Maka's sword?
I didn't.
Then what?
It'll be a pleasure to tell the truth now. After so many years, the truth. Eventually, I did fight. I fought bravely and well for the White Corps and for Hitler. I collected my medals and my ribbons. Men killed for love, for revenge, and in anger. But fear, my dear Windlook, is the greatest motive for murder. Well, at least I think so. After all, wasn't it fear that drove us?
We acted under orders, von Baden.
You mean we feared to disobey them?
No.
Oh, yes. Now listen. I was afraid to fight Marker. Afraid for my face, my life, my honor. Afraid I was terrified. I coated the blade of my sword with poison, got from the chemistry laboratory at the same time as I took the chloral hydrate I needed to make me sleep. I knew that I could never beat Marker in fair fight. I had to kill him or at least sicken him so that I could win. And then Kassan took my sword, and in the first exchange it broke. And the end flew back and scratched his forehead. He said it was nothing. But it killed him.
My God.
A foolish thing. A senseless thing. Like I said, a Vorpal blade.
Exercise is over.
I shall be glad to be alone in my cell. It is ironic. We are here because they call us war criminals.
We are not. We are here because we lost. Think of their crimes.
Let us face the truth at last. We are war criminals. And yet I killed this man because I was afraid to fight.